Hello, this is Roberto and this is the HVAC is my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between MBH, MMBH, BTUH, BTU/H. Alright, so let's get into it. So to begin with, we're going to start with the letters. So MBH. Okay, so what is MBH? So we're going to put this with yellow, and then M actually represents 1000. Okay, 1000. B represents BTUs. And what is BTUs? Quantity of heat or energy. All right, so now H is hour. Okay, hour. So in other words, this is going to be 1000 BTUs per hour. And let's put that in here, equals, there we go. This is going to be equal to 1000. The 1000 comes from M. And then this is going to be BTUs. And this is not times hour. It's not times hour. It's divided by hour, which is a amount of energy flow divided by time. See? Okay, so this is 1000 BTUs per hour. But now the confusion comes when we're talking about the metric system. In the metric system, 1000 is kilo, is K. So shouldn't this be K BTUs hour? So the reason is that this notation MBH is actually very technical. Let's put in here with green. This is very much technical. Okay, technical. And it's a way to express this in for schedules or boilers, but the 1000 is actually expressed in the Roman numerals. Okay, Roman, technical Roman numerals. Okay, to go a little bit deeper. So in Roman numerals, as you can remember, we have an X, which is 10. We have L. We have C. We have D. And actually it happens that one of them is M. Okay, so X means 10. This represents 50. This is 100. This is 500. And this is actually 1000. Okay, so 1000 BTUs per hour. That's MBH. All right, so if this is MBH and this is number one, let's put number one. What is number two? Number two is, what is MMBH? Okay, so MMBH, since we're considering the Roman numerals, M is 1000, right? 1000. And since we have two M's, this is another 1000. And then BH is not BTUs times hour, it's BTUs per hour. So 1000 and 1000, that's going to be a million, okay? So that's going to be a million BTUs per hour. Okay, so those are the two main components. Okay, so let's put this in pink a little bit. So this is number one. This is number two. See, MBH and MMBH. And usually we use MBH in schedules. And what is a schedule is whenever someone is designing an HVAC unit or selecting the equipment, it's usually specified as MBH. For example, in this case, we have a schedule, and we have an 800 unit 1 that is going to serve the corridor. The CFM is 800, and the outsider is 75. External static pressure, inches of water gauge is 0.70. Manufacturer, and it happens that the cooling capacity is expressed in MBH. The cooling capacity, the heating capacity, also in MBH. For example, in this case, the cooling capacity, we have two, total and sensible. So the total cooling capacity in this case is 24 MBH. And the 24 MBH represents the following: 24,000 BTUs per hour. So because M is the Roman numeral. And another example where we can see this is in boilers. So if we have a gas boiler in a hydronic system, we could be natural and propane. We have in here 75, 112, and 300 MBH. So if we take into account this 75, that's going to be 75,000 BTUs per hour. All right. And now let's talk about number 3, and then number 3 is going to be the following. Number 3 is, what is BTUs, BTUH? Okay, this is pretty much BTUs per hour. Okay, so BTUs per hour, not times hour. For example, if we're selecting an equipment and that has been tested by the AHRI standard, so usually you get a certificate, and in this case we have this certificate that says cooling capacity in BTU hour. So this is 200 BTUs BTUH. This could be all capital, it could be small, and also this doesn't mean that this is BTUs times hour, right? It's just the way they express it. This is actually BTUs divided by hour. They just like to express it like this, BTUs hour. Okay? And also you can express this as BTUs divided by 1000. That would be 33.2 MBH. Okay? Already. So now we're gonna go to the number 5, number 3, number 4. So another way to express this is kBTU hour. kBTU hour. And this is usually applied in furnaces. And kBTU hour is going to be, again, 1000 BTUs divided by hour. And this is pretty much in the metric system. Okay, because K in the metric system means kilo. And usually you're not going to see in boilers K BTUs hour, or in schedules K BTU hour. Usually they like to express the cooling capacity or heating capacity in MBH. Okay, so what you see in here is I've seen this in manuals, installation manuals, specs for furnaces, residential furnaces, for example. In residential furnaces, you're going to have heating capacities of 40,000 BTUs per hour. Instead of 40,000 BTUs per hour, they don't call it 40 MBH, depending on the manufacturers. But I've seen that they usually call it, especially in residential, 40K, 60K, 80K, 100K, 120K is the biggest one, which means that this is going to be, for example, 40K means 40,000 BTUs per hour. Okay, so for example, in this case, we have a Goodman GMVC 80K, it says in here, 80K BTUs per hour. But don't forget the K is metric, is not expressed in the Roman numerals. When you're saying MBH, then you're expressing it in Roman numerals. And this depends on the application. All right, so this is 40K, or also you can put 40K. This is going to be 40,000 BTUs hour. Okay, so the main concept has to be very, very solid. And what is solid is whatever or however you are expressing this MBH, this is a heat flow rate. Heat flow or heat rate, heat flow, which means quantity of heat. Let's put in here quantity of heat or energy divided by time. That's why it's always BTUs hour, BTUs hour. Now, for to make it easier, or depends on the manufacturer or the standard, they just put it BTU hour. But they assume that you understand that this is heat flow, like BTUs divided by hour. And MBH is just 1000 expressed in Roman numerals. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, it's very important to hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Thank you.